The Women's Football World Cup is beginning after a moment's silence in Auckland, a pause in honour of two people who were shot and killed in Auckland just hours before kick-off. A police officer and at least 4 other people have been injured, and the gunman has also died after a police shootout just yards away from where some of the team are staying. New Zealand's Prime Minister has said that there's no further threat.
Aucklanders and those watching around the world can be assured that the police have neutralised the threat and that they are not seeking anybody else in relation to the incident. New Zealanders' safety and the safety of our visitors is our first priorities.
TVNZ reporter Kim Baker-Wilson says all of the fan zones have also been closed in response to the shooting.
Hello to you. We're just at the foot of under construction building, a high-rise building in downtown Auckland. This is the heart of the central business district in our largest city. You can see what's left of that siege, that saga this morning, the cordon tape there. This morning it was much more than this. It was a swarm of armed officers and flashing police lights. A gunman went into the building just over here and worked their way up that building, shooting people along the way. It all happened very fast in the space of a little over half an hour. Police alerted by public reporting a volley of gunshots at the height of that building where workers were taking shelter, the only place they could take shelter. There was another exchange of gunfire. The gunman trapped himself inside a lift. He was then found dead, and it was later on the lower levels that the police then found the bodies of the 2 other dead people. Multiple investigations now underway to find out exactly why this happened and how it happened. How could this gunman get their hands on a pump-action shotgun? And those investigations are only going to amplify from this point on. But at this stage, the Prime Minister has said this is a traumatic day, a terrifying day for the people involved in this. Just a stone's throw from here is the fan zone shut down for the night now. This was where FIFA World Cup was supposed to be watched on the big screen, that big game, the big kick-off tonight, and people were supposed to watch that with food and drinks. Now, around where we are, it is very subdued, very quiet.
Nicole has the latest for us as well. So there'll be a moment's silence for those that died, Nicole.
That's right. FIFA has announced that both in Australia and New Zealand, ahead of those games, 1 minute of silence, a really serious start and completely unexpected to the beginning of the World Cup tournament. And as we just heard from my colleague in New Zealand, incredible, extraordinary scenes coming out of Auckland earlier in the day when the world's eyes were on New Zealand and now on Australia as well. That gunman entering the construction site, making his way from level to level and then barricading himself inside. We've heard that it's believed he was 24 years old. He had a history of family violence and he was on a home detention sentence. But that sentence did allow him to go to the building site where it's believed that he worked. Now, we are waiting for these games to get underway. The opening ceremony has just begun in New Zealand. And in New Zealand, the host country will take on Norway. Here in Australia, in Sydney, we have the Republic of Ireland taking on host country Australia. But as I said, it's a really serious and unexpected beginning to this 1-month-long competition in both of these countries. Hearing from the New Zealand Prime Minister Chris Hipkins, he has said that it was an isolated incident and that it doesn't change the threat level in New Zealand.
OK, for now, thanks for the update.